Before I begin, I want to clarify a few things about myself. I'm a 28-year-old woman, in good health both physically and mentally. I don't use drugs or alcohol, and I'm not taking any medications. Throughout my life, I've never encountered anything paranormal. Now let's continue with my story. Once, I needed my little girl to come downstairs because we were running late for her piano lessons. She wasn't listening, so I thought I'd carry her down. But it turned out to be a bad idea because I'm pretty skinny and not very strong. I lifted her in a hurry, and then I lost my balance. We started falling down the stairs head first towards the wall at the bottom. In that moment, I had a lot of thoughts. I knew things were about to change a lot. I hoped I could keep my daughter safe. I was scared I might get hurt badly or even die. I felt sad because I had just beaten my addiction and we were about to move to a new house. We couldn't avoid the danger coming at us, and I felt really sad. All I could do was to hold her tightly and shut my eyes. But as I reopened my eyes and we were standing on the stairs, just a few steps from the bottom, it felt impossible, like we hadn't even fallen, and my daughter was still in my arms. It's hard to explain, but it didn't feel like we stopped falling. It was like we just ended up standing there. My daughter said, "Daddy saved us." Her dad had passed away recently. It was unbelievable, going from almost getting hurt to being safe in a few seconds, with no explanation. I was shocked and couldn't talk for a bit after. Honestly, I might have thought I was going crazy. Imagine if my daughter hadn't been there too. She remembers it well. As we still talk about this event a lot, my mom heard the noise when we started falling and came over. She got there just after we suddenly ended up on the 4th step. My daughter said she felt Daddy's hand. She was sure her daddy saved us. To me, it felt like someone hit rewind and stopped our fall, or like time paused and moved us from falling to standing on the stairs. It was impossible, but it happened. Back in the summer of 2015, I was pledging for a fraternity down in southern Georgia. On weekends when we had fraternity events, my girlfriend often came with me to hang out at her friend's apartment. That's where this weird thing happened. One weekend we were in a big convoy, heading to a remote location for a fraternity retreat, miles away from the city. It was the kind of place where you could drive for hours without seeing another soul. Just endless stretches of trees and winding back roads. We were so far out, even the GPS struggled to keep up. That's when I got a really strange phone call from my girlfriend. She was freaking out, crying and screaming. She thought I was there with her, acting angry and aggressive. But I was actually miles away, in the middle of my fraternity retreat, nowhere near her. I couldn't believe what she was telling me. She was alone in the apartment when there was a loud banging on the door. It wasn't a polite knock. It was more like someone was trying to break the door down. She looked through the peephole and saw me, or at least someone who looked just like me, standing there. But there was something off about him. She said I had this intense, angry expression on his face that she'd never seen before. Despite her confusion and growing unease, she reluctantly opened the door. Without a word, this person pushed past her and stormed into the apartment, slamming the bedroom door behind him so hard that the whole place shook. My girlfriend, still in shock, followed him, trying to make sense of what was happening. But when she opened the bedroom door, there was no one there. The room was empty, and the closet door was wide open, revealing nothing but empty space. That's when she freaked out and called me, convinced that she was losing her mind. I was shocked to hear her story, knowing full well that I was at the fraternity retreat at the time. To reassure her, I quickly sent her my current location, but it only seemed to make things worse. She was scared out of her mind, and I felt utterly helpless. After that strange day, we kept thinking about what happened. Maybe it was just a weird coincidence, Or maybe my girlfriend's mind played tricks on her. But deep down, we knew something odd had happened. Later on, I heard about doppelgangers, these mysterious beings that look like real people. I couldn't help but wonder if that's what my girlfriend saw that day. It left us both feeling scared and confused, and even now, we don't really understand it. Whether you believe it or not, I just wanted to tell you about this weird thing that happened. This happened in 2015 on the MTR in Hong Kong's underground. I had been studying in Hong Kong for the past 2 years, so I was quite familiar with the train system. I lived around Tin Hau Station on Hong Kong Island. I was traveling back home after attending a friend's concert in Kowloon. My friend who was with me is a native of Kowloon. We were both completely sober as all the drinks at the concert were too expensive for us, and we hadn't smoked or taken any drugs, and we've never been psychiatric patients. It was around 11 p.m., and we were a bit worried about the MTR's closing time, so we were trying to figure out the best route. As we approached Admiralty Station, we decided that maybe it would be best for us to change to the Island Line at Central, only to change our minds at the last second. We got up from our seats towards the exit, and the train doors closed right in front of us. Not a big deal. We decided to get off at the next station, which was Causeway Bay, as it was a smaller station, and it would have been easier after all to go back to Admiralty, where we had more chances to find trains still running. We waited a few minutes for the train to get to the next stop, the monitors on the train, and the voice over the speaker telling us that our destination will be Chai Wan. The train reaches Causeway Bay, its name spelt out on the ceramics that decorate the walls. The doors open right in front of the short corridor leading to the staircase where a staff member is mopping the steps, in preparation for closure. We go over the bridge and wait on the platform, right in front of a billboard advertising the latest movie release, Little Big Master. The monitor tells us our train is only 2 minutes away and will terminate at Chai Wan. As usual, my friend and I can't help but chuckle. The train arrives, we both get in. Doors close behind us. A couple of minutes go by and I can't help but notice the people with their shopping bags that for whatever reason didn't seem like they were coming back from the mall. The monitor says, "This is an eastbound train to Chai Wan." It must be some kind of mistake. So why is the recorded voice announcing the same? And why is it saying the next stop is Causeway Bay? My friend and I are a bit confused, so we ask the couple with the shopping bags for their destination, Chai Wan. They must be on the wrong train and the computer system must have somehow messed up. There is no other explanation. We wait patiently for our train to get to Admiralty. However, as the light starts coming in from the windows, we can't help but notice the same ceramic patterns of Causeway Bay Station, its name spelt on the wall. Once again, the door opens in front of the same corridor and the same staff member is cleaning the stairs. I swear he glanced at me in a way that made me clear that he's seen me already. Once again, we are greeted by the Little Big Master billboard, and once again we get on a train to Chai Wan. Only this time we are not thinking about juvenile puns. We manage to both get home safely, in complete disbelief, but sure that we have had the same experience. Nobody has ever been able to give an explanation of what happened, and I have done again the same route to find out that it's perfectly okay.